Today, I'm going to be showing you how to transform this ugly voice.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
We're going to be transforming that ugly voice into this wonderful.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
Now, the first thing you need to do is to, of course, install Cubase 12 because this vocal processing is going to be done on Cubase 12. And to access it, I want you to go to the link in the group description where you are learning the production. Click the link on the description. You will scroll down, you will see where you have Dix 2. Inside the Dix 2, you will find Cubase 12. And when you find Cubase 12, you install it. You open Cubase 12. Let's check that. You open Cubase 12. Now, when you open Cubase 12, it will pop up something like this. Now, the first thing you want to do, you are going to see up here now. Follow my mouse, okay? Over here, you see your recent, what I've done. You see record. All these things are templates, okay? This is template for mastering, template for production, different templates. But we're not working with that. We are professionals, right? We don't need anybody to give us templates. So the first thing we need to do is to come down here, and name the project. Okay, this is the folder. Let us name the project. Um, let's name it vocal. Okay, vocal. Then you come and create empty. Okay. Now you can see it has opened another place where you are to save it. Of course, I want to save it in desktop, and and I will make a folder again. Now, when I make that folder, I will save it as day 10. Okay, this vocal processing is going to be for day 10 and day 11. Okay, so I want you to be very, very attentive all through. Now, when you are done, okay, I think I've saved something as day 10 before, so let me resave it as vocals 10. Okay, so you can save it with whatsoever you can remember. Vocals 10, then of course, make sure you highlight it and then you open. Okay, so when you click on open, it will open up for you. You can see. So I clicked on open, it didn't show anything, but I went down to check it here. Okay, sometimes it can be hiding under this place. So let me dress it well. Okay, so this is what I did. I come here to dress it. Now in Cubase 12, you have two things to minimize. You can either minimize the project or the application itself. You can see. So it's very also other Cubase versions also have it, but I love the way they made this one. Okay, user friendly. So you can see here, I can minimize this. Having said that, now when you'll be faced with this thing here, when you open up your Cubase 12, this is what you'll be faced with. Everything just look, raw and a little bit confusing, dark, not really that interesting. So if you look down here, you will see transport panel in your Cubase 12. Remember in Cubase 5, transport panel, you can see it under here where you have your play, your stop, your record, and your circle. You can see that everything are all here. So this side, this is where you get your loop and other things. You can minimize it by clicking here, and then you can bring it back. Okay, but I don't need it, so I'm taking that off from my view. So right now, when you are done with that, The next thing to do is to make sure that your project is really, really saved. So you are going to click on Control S. Okay, you can see it has not been saved. Just type it V10. Okay. Sorry, I pressed another thing. V10. Okay. I will advise you to take time, go to YouTube and check videos on how to use Cubase 12, okay, the interface, so that you can understand everything. Now it's almost the same thing. If you look at it, this the whole of here is your event column. Like I said in the previous video, event column. Here is your track column. Here is your inspector column. Okay, you can see they wrote it inspector. You can see inspector column. Here's your track column where you can add tracks. Here is your event column where you edit how long the song will be. Okay, this is where you your play, your record, your stop, your circle, and other things. Okay, so and those are the basic things we need to do. Now we want to bring in um, the raw vocal, just as I explained in that video, the raw vocal. So the next thing we'll do is that we'll come to file, go to file. I'm mentioning it so that you'll see where the mouse is going to. Always follow the mouse, okay? As you're listening to my voice, follow my mouse. Go to file. When you click on file, you will see where you have import. Then go to audio file. When you click on audio file, let us look for um, something. Of course, I'm going to zip it and it will be inside the video file on our training link. Okay, so I saved it as voice vocal raw vocals. Okay, so this is the raw vocal here. You're going to see this thing in the link where I uploaded the video. You're going to open this raw vocal. When you open this raw vocal, you highlight both of them. This is the pad and this is the unprocessed vocal. Then you can play it if you want to play it, okay, to be sure. But I know what I'm doing. Then you click on open. Now it's going to give you this. It's going to say copy all files to project folder. Yes. Yes. Convert to setting and copy. Yes. Just I click this and click OK. Now it's bringing up that option. They said open it as one track. This means that it's going to just put it on one straight line track. Now, if it's on different track, that means we are going to have track one and track two. Okay, we're going to put it on different tracks because we highlighted two audio files. So you can see now we have it as vocals here. So you can see unprocessed vocal, unprocessed, and pad instrument. So let us play the unprocessed.
So much for me, I cannot tell it all. Cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
I think this is an interesting voice. You can see it's an interesting voice. Okay, it's an interesting voice. Let me see again.
Done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
Okay, so I like the way the voice is sounding, very, very raw and uninteresting. That is exactly what we need. Okay. Now, before I go into editing and what what you need to do to correct this voice, I want to turn this voice to mono. Okay, so what you do is that you, of course, you highlight it and circle it. What I did is that I highlighted and I pressed P, and then you have your right and left locator. So when you are done with that, you go to export, that is through file. Sorry, you go to mix down. Now, when you go to mix down, okay, now you can see export as come here as mono mix down. Okay, so when you come to this side, you have your single export. You select unprocessed. You can see unprocessed here. Follow my mouse. Unprocessed here, you have part. So just check unprocessed in case you want to do this thing for your own song. Okay. So when you are done, you check every other thing you can see, leave every other thing. I mean, then this is update. Um, let's say after you come down here and then you select insert to pull or yes, create new track. Okay. I want you to create new track into my my project. You are going to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to call it rough voice, right? Rough voice. Then I export. Now after exporting, I selected the bit depth of course is 34. Then I click on OK. Now you can see that the unprocessed voice has been turned to a mono track from stereo to mono and everything entered into the project. Okay. So if you are confused, watch the video again, watch that part again and repeat the process until you get it. That is why I recorded the videos. Now, um, let's delete this one up because that is not what we need. That's not what we need. Let's delete it. And to delete it is delete and shift delete. Okay. And the one up, I don't need that. Okay. So we are left with the pad. The pad is a stereo instrument because it has left and right, is a keyboard, left and right. The voice is only mono, one person singing. And the only time you will record on stereo is if you want to achieve a more heavy vocal from one person. That is when you will install, that is when you will produce on stereo. And there is a way to position your mic and also set your sound card for such recording. Hope you're following me. Now, for what you have been waiting for to transform this rough frog voice.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
Now we want to turn this frog voice into something meaningful, right? Something that will flow with this pad. Let me play the pad instrument, then let's play together.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
Okay, you can clap for the bulldozer. Okay, now I want you to write these things down so that you don't give up because this process is a little bit tricky if you are not musically inclined. A little bit tricky. Okay, don't forget to save Control S. Now, write it down. Music producer is a music director that knows the work of an audio engineer. You have to write it down. You will soon discover why I gave that kind of definition. You see, to be able to correct tones, voice, you must understand vocals. You must understand music. Okay, because I see some producers, they be like, I don't want to go to music school, I'm a music producer. That is why they are still hiding under sample packs and looking for simple stuffs to do. Every good music producer knows about music or he has somebody that is working side by side with him. There are some producers like that. They have keyboardists and instrumentalists that work side by side with them. So if you don't have the time to go and study music, look for a friend, okay, that knows music properly, that can correct you when it comes to tones, voice, you understand, instruments, progression. Look for that friend, work hand in hand. By the time you work with that person for like 1 to 6 months, 1 month to 6 months, you would have understand how all these things work. You see that? You have understand how this whole setup works when it comes to correction of voice, tones. So it's very important. I repeat again, music producer is a music director, that is a music coach that knows the job of an audio engineer. That is the simplest definition I can give to you. This is when you will know if you are really a music producer or a beat maker. Okay. Now, um, you can see we have the rough voice here and we have the instrument. Now, if you want to correct it, you must know the key of the song. That's the first thing. Now, the key of the song is done on E flat. I'm sorry. The key of the song is was done on B flat. Okay. And you see why you need to know music. So if you don't know what B flat is, you don't have any business watching this video now. You need to go and look for someone who can show you what B flat is or put you through on the basics of piano. Okay, or you can take one of my course on 12-week piano course. I have a 12-week piano course that is going on. You can register for that and improve yourself. Okay. Back to what I'm saying. The song was done on the key of B flats. You can see you've done so much for me. The right voice should be you've done so much for me. I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo. That was what this guy was supposed to sing. But because he's a powerful singer and he has the money, that is why I cannot chase him out from the studio. I have to allow him to, you know, sing so that I can perform surgery on his voice. I'm just creating that story. Actually, it's my voice. Praise God. But what I'm trying to let you know is that there are sometimes you are going to be faced with this kind of challenge. You have somebody that has money, but he doesn't have voice. And because you need the money, you will not tell the person to go. You understand? That is why you need to, number one, understand music. Secondly, understand vocal processing properly. Now, straight to processing. The first thing you want to do is you are going to break down this wave into MIDI files. Okay. And how do you do that? You are going to, if you double click on this, you see, if you double click on it, it's going to bring up another window below here. Okay. Now, please take your time. I will not rush I will not rush you. I'm not going to speak very fast. I'm going to make it very, very slow because this, like your Bible will say, Ogidigon. It's not for children. Okay. Now from grade 10 upward, that's day 10 upward is for is for real music producers. Okay. And you are going to take your time. So follow the mouse. If you are feeling tired, pause the video, rest, go and greet your friend, come back again and focus on it. Okay. Don't forget, I've given you an advice. If you fail to take that advice, you will not understand this video. I'm promising you, you will not understand it. So if you fail to take my advice, you will not understand this video if you are not musically inclined. Now, back to this place. You can see everything is just confusing. What will I do? Where will I press? Very easy. Okay. Now, this vocal, okay, that you clicked, look at my mouse. This is it here. So if I play it here,
You've done so much for me.
okay,
I cannot tell it all.
okay,
Narekelemo.
okay, very good, very good, very rough, and not too bad though, because I'm still going to work on other vocals that are nothing to write about. Now, the first thing you want to do, of course, is to turn it into um, MIDI file so that it can align to these keys here, because these are the keys you will use to Set the voice. Now you go to where you have this is audio app. When you open it, it might be yours might be like this. Okay, yours might be like this when you open it. So the first thing you need to do is to come to this side. You are seeing definition, audio wrap, VariAudio, high point, range, and process. Now just go to VariAudio. Click on VariAudio. When you click on VariAudio, come down to where you see edit VariAudio and click on that little triangle arrow pointing one angle, almost one angle 90. So click on it. Now it's going to process it. Now you have seen it has turned all the vocals here into MIDI files. Okay, you see that? Turn them into MIDI files. Now let's look at what we have. You're going to play it.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all.
Okay.
Nare kelemo.
Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay, please take your time, eh? I'm going to explain everything to you. Make sure you have paper, jotting down everything because this is surgery. And don't try to claim I can have it on my head. Don't worry. I know what you're doing. You'll be lost. I'm telling you. Even people who are have taught this in on physical classes, at some point they were sleeping because this is surgery. It's not for children. Now, of course, you know what I'm doing. I'm using H key to expand it. Okay, I'm expanding. You can see I'm expanding it. Okay, I'm expanding it with H. Or you can come here and drag it down. See where my mouse is. I hold it and then bring it down. Expanded it so that I can see everything here. So now the first thing to do when you have uh, turned the voice into MIDI like this, you are going to activate the acoustic feedback. Look at it here. So that when you touch any of this MIDI file, the voice will play. You can see that. Let me, I went to adjust it. Okay. Okay. So, you know, you can see if you touch anyone here. So I went to take it up. Be careful when you are touching it. So I went to take it up. Now, without wasting much of your time, that is the first thing. Activate the acoustic feedback. Then the next thing is you are going to align all this voice, make them fit properly into each line. If I expand this thing to you, you will see that some of the keys are not properly aligned. You can see this is key line, this is key here. Okay, if I draw this line like this, follow the mouse, you can see that this one is not sitting on the straight line. If you look carefully, you are seeing that you have ash and black, right? This white key is the one that is ash. This black key here is the one that is black here. So if you look at from this line where my mouse is and I'm rolling, you can see that this one is not aligned in the key. Okay, is off. Okay, so the first thing you will do is to highlight everything. And how do you do that? Control A. Everything will be dark, and then here will be colorful. It show you that everything has been highlighted. When you are done highlighting it, you come to correct speech. You now, first of all, drag this thing to 100%. And when you are dragging it, you will see what is happening to the vocals. It's aligning them to the key, you know, that it believes it should fit into. You can see something happened. You can see as I'm touching this correction page, watch what is happening to MIDI files. You see they are arranging to fit into each key. Okay. Now that you are done with that, you play again. Sometimes you may just do it locally. Maybe one out of 100 try 100 voice. You may just use this pitch correction, everything will just be correct somehow. But it doesn't happen. Okay? If it happens, it's your luck. It doesn't happen like that. You must still adjust some knobs. Unless if you're working with someone who is extremely a good vocalist. Now you play.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
Now, the right voice is you've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekenemo. Now all those are the MIDI file. You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekenemo. You see that? This is why you need to have someone that is musically inclined beside you. So as you're correcting the vocal, you will say, no, that's not the right key. Take it up. Yes, that's the right key. You see, by the time someone is putting you through on the pitch, the exact sound, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, your ear would have aligned with the right pitch on or how tone instrument should align to key. Very, very important. Now back to what I'm saying. I've done the correction. That is the first thing. The second thing. Now, the third thing to do is to now arrange the voice properly into the right tonic surfer. Okay, you know how you have do re mi fa sol la ti do. Okay, let me give do re mi fa sol la ti do ti di la do la mi re do re mi fa sol la ti do on the key of B flat. So then the first voice will be you, you. It will be you. So if you come here, if the thing is giving you a problem, just expand it. Don't worry. It will not. The first one
You, you,
should be you. So you can use your arrow key when you highlight that particular
you,
voice.
you, you,
You. Yeah, it's very correct. It's you.
you,
So now the next thing to do is check this one. Okay, that one is nothing. Just make sure it's in this key. Okay. Now this one, done. Please, when you are seeing a scissor sign like this, don't use it. It's going to split the voice into two. You can see. Don't use it. Okay. Make sure that if you are not cutting, you just use the hand. Make sure that you get to where you are seeing the hand, or rather, come down here and expand it so that it can be fat. Is fat. And when you are correcting, be checking up and down to see if there is no voice under. So you now hand, you have
you,
you
done,
done. So it is me sa sa sa. You've done.
done,
So I'm going to take it off.
done.
Da. So let me play it again. You see,
You've done so.
you've done. No, no, you have to clap, clap, clap for me, clap for me, clap for me, clap for me. It's not easy. This thing took me like 1 year to master. I will not lie for you, but right now, nobody can run away with my money. If you come with a frog voice, you will go home with a wonderful voice because there are many ways to do this thing, but I'm just showing you one of the ways to achieve it. Okay, because there are many crazy ways to achieve it, but this is one of the most simplest way to correct vocals. Okay, now follow me and please don't give up. Don't say, don't give up. Now, following me carefully, you will see that we have achieved you've done correctly. And if you play it, you see.
You've done so.
So the next one is so much. You've done so much. So you've done. This is
Done,
done.
done,
So. So this is okay.
some, some, some,
This one is saying so. Is so. So let's take it up. So let's put this one too. This together with it. So do you know what I'm doing? If I highlight on any voice, make sure it's showing hand before you highlight. Oh, you should not show any other sign. Oh, if it's showing any other sign, you will ruin it up. Of course, you can always use your Control Z to go back. So hand. So this is
Done
so.
so
So the other one is much. Done so much. But let's see if it's correct.
much,
This one is much. No, that is not. So it has to go up.
much.
Done so much. What is helping me to know the exact thing is number one, the foundation of my music idea. Okay, I already have foundational idea on voice and other things. Okay, so that is what is helping me. So you cannot correct vocals if you don't understand voice. Are you getting me? So this uh thing you are seeing me do is as a result of practice that I've done in my music career. So I already know the right pitch that someone should sing on. That is why I am here correcting it, because you cannot correct what you don't know. That is the truth. I don't want you to give up. That is why I'm telling you the truth. So if you're unable to achieve it, just go and do your assignment. Look for someone that can guide you. Don't be ashamed. If you really want to take this music production thing professionally, look for someone, for Christ's sake. I was once taught by someone. So if you are feeling that you can know everything, you don't need anyone to guide you through, you're wasting your time. Okay, that means you are not even part of YH Tune community, because YH Tune community, I'm building a transparent community where, irrespective of your age or where you're coming from, you can learn from anybody. You see that?
You've done so much.
So you see now we are almost um getting it well. So you've done so much. Let's go.
You've done so much.
The other one, you've done so much for. So any voice that is not giving me this exact tone I just produced is wrong. So
For me.
of course, if you can't use your mouse to touch it, you can highlight one and then use your arrow key right to move um right ways, then arrow key left to move left ways. That is forward and backward. Now arrow key up to push it up, arrow key down to push the voice down. Okay, so let's use arrow key left,
For me.
so arrow key right.
For me.
You can see if it's on black, that means it's highlighted. That is how Cubase 12 is.
From what
So
songs done,
so it is
done
done so
so
much
much.
for sorry
For
me
me. For me. For me. For me.
for me. Now, if you come here, you see that there is something inside this voice. It looks like small wave like this. Now that is the the pitch shake. Okay, those are the shaking pitch. When someone is singing, all those are the graphical drawing of the pitch. You can see now it's showing you that this pitch is not straight. At some point it came here, it bends like bread, it went up like semo, amoeba. So the thing to do is, since the voice is like this, you come down to where you have strengthen the curve. When you have weak curves like this, you come, and not all the time. Oh, sometimes it can be weak, and especially when you are correcting jazz music, it can be weak and meaningful. So that is why you even need to understand. So not all weak curves are useless. Some weak curves are very meaningful, especially when you're doing jazz music. You have all those kind of things. Now you highlight it, then you come to strengthen curve. So you will see what will happen to that curve. It will straighten up. See now, see now, see now. So let's play. So let's play it.
You've done so much for me.
You now see. So it's a bit straight. Don't if you stretch it 100% perfect, it's going to sound like robot. And that's the truth. It's going to sound like robot. So let's see.
You've done so much for me.
So me, that is another pitch filling. But let us align it to me. Okay, you can see that the wave here is not straight. So let us come to pitch and straighten it a bit. Uh, So let's play it from the beginning and listen.
You've done so much for me.
No, you need to clap, you need to clap, you need to clap, you need to clap. Yes, of course. You need to clap. Now let's come to the next thing. Please don't give up. If you are feeling tired, just sleep, and come back again. Don't worry, we are in this thing together. You will get it. And be feel free to ask me any question on the platform. I will answer you. Okay, this is why I used to tell people not to be in haste. Music, mixing and mastering. In fact, mixing and mastering, at some the ending level is very easy. But you see that middle level, hey, there's a lot of things. So it's not just signal processors. There are lots of things that you need to know musically before you can even mix music, not just audio signals. Now back to this place. You can see there's some voice down, right? Okay, so we are sure that is also so we are correct with
You've done
done
so
so
much
much.
for me.
Okay. Now the other one is I cannot tell it all. That's the correct voice. Okay. This is what your pianist or vocalist friend will be telling you. If you have someone that can give you the tonic suffer, and that will be very, very much better for you. Now let's come back to where we are. So we've been able to finalize this.
You've done so much for me. I cannot tell
So you've done so much for me. So we are trying to make sure we correct it.
it all.
So let's get the key again. You've done so much for me. That's the key.
You've done so much for me.
So we've been able to correct this to this. So I cannot tell it also. That is the next thing. Okay.
I cannot
Oh, that is not good. So let's move this.
get
So let's see it. Let's move it.
much for me. I cannot
I can. I can. I can. So let's see.
get get
Let's see.
I cannot tell
I cannot.
not
This one here, I'm bringing down to not. I just press the arrow. Well, how am I adjusting it? I'm just pressing the arrow key down. So long as highlighted. If I press arrow key up, it says going up. If I press arrow key down, it's going down. So if I want it to go to the next one, I will just press the arrow key facing forward. See that?
tell it
So I want it to go
tell
back.
not
And don't forget, if it's black means it's highlighted.
not get get not
So let's hear from the beginning. Always start from the beginning, listen again.
you've done so much for me. I cannot tell
So this is I.
I I get not tell it all.
So let's check again.
You've done so much for me. I cannot tell it
Tell it. Oh, so this one is oh.
all.
You see that? So we brought it down. Let's come from beginning again.
You've done so much for
This is a
me.
lot of work. This is why you will make a lot of money if you can do this thing, because a lot of producers out there don't know how to do this, especially now that sample pack is out. Everybody is now positioned themselves as what do you call it? Beat maker. Now, this is the usefulness of this um cut tool. So you see this line that is not straight. Let us play it first and listen to the audio.
I cannot tell it.
So it is two notes. Tell it, tell it. So I want to cut it here, okay, because it's two notes. See now, it's two notes. So it will be tell it. Okay,
Tell it, tell it. Oh.
right now. Let's go.
You've done so much for me. I cannot tell it all.
So the other one is nare,
Nare,
nare. Your ear must be very sharp in this kind of work. Oh.
it all.
Now that all is a bit off. Okay.
Nare,
Okay. Na na so.
na,
Na, you see that?
nare,
Na re na so do
eh,
na
eh, 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 eh,
na re. So let's play. Sorry.
Lito, nare, ke,
Na re
eh,
ke.
eh, eh,
Okay. Let's move to the next thing, please. This video is a little bit long, although what we're doing is not for children anyway. Na re. So let's play it.
nare, ke,
Na re ke, not ke. Na re ke.
eh,
Na re ke. Na re ke. You see that? Yes. Let's check.
nare, ke,
Yeah. Okay.
nare, ke,
Okay. So let's add this one down. Let's hear.
nare, ke,
Now that yeah. Let's look for a perfect place to place it. Let's bring it down equally. Huh?
nare, ke, mo,
Yeah, more.
le, mo, mo, mo,
Emo. Eh. Emo. I think it's two notes. So let's cut it. Emo. Let's play it.
mo,
So you see it's two notes. So let's cut it here. Okay, how do I know that it's two notes? Okay, if you check your piano, la, you see that? It's a different sound from so it's re do. So it's two notes. This is why you need to know music. Okay, I'm not discouraging you. Okay, see what I'm doing? I'm arranging. So na re ke le mo.
mo, 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 mo. You
And what am I doing? Come back to here.
mo, 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 mo,
So like let's play.
are mo,
Eregenemo. Okay, I think this one too need to. Let's see where the mo entered.
mo,
I think the mo is from here. Let's cut from here. Eh, so whenever you cut, always first of all correct the pitch, and don't make this mistake. Oh, it's not straighten curve. Oh. Correct the pitch should be 100%. Okay. Hey mo. Let's bring this down.
mo.
So let's play from the beginning. You can use your G to zoom out.
You've done so much for me. I cannot tell it all. narekelemo.
Now this one is still giving little issue. The best thing is when you want to correct a voice, ask someone to help you to get the tonic surfer of that voice. That's the real voice of that song, the tonic surfer. Okay? When you have the tonic surfer, you'll be able to correct the pitch according to the tonic surfer. The ones that has um, unstable wave, that is shake in pitch, you will just use straighten curve. Okay? So play straighten.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
Have we corrected it? We have done correcting. So let's
You've
play.
done so
So
much
much
for
for
me,
me.
I
I
cannot
cannot
tell
tell
it
it
all.
all. So when you
Narekelemo.
are done, you highlight everything and then you also correct the pitch again. Okay, let's go.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all.
Dali is a bit off. Dali.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all.
Yeah, correct.
Narekelemo.
Now that place that the voice is shaking, as if it's crying. Let's see if we can straighten the pitch. This side, his voice is crying. Yeah. Yeah. So let's just cut it and work only on that part. Let's see if we can get scissors. Okay. But let's straighten it. I will not cry. Yeah.
Narekelemo.
Yes. Kele.
Narekelemo.
Let's just correct everything. Straighten pitch. Then let's watch what I'm doing now. Okay. So let's play.
Narekelemo.
Narekele. So let's cut here. I just want to make sure it's a little bit perfect. Okay. So what you do is since you've cut it, you just straighten and listen. Now you see what I did? I just did the curve to be smooth. Yeah, more. You can straighten this last one, but don't overdo things. So if you do it, it will be sounding like robots. So from beginning to end, let's listen.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekelemo.
You have to clap for me now. It's not easy. Are you seeing it? From frog to famous voice. We have changed the voice from frog voice to a wonderful voice. See that? From frog to fantastic. You can see that. Fabulous. See that?
You've done so much for me,
Aha.
I
I
cannot
cannot
tell
tell
it
it
all.
all. Nareke.
Narekelemo.
Now, if you compare this with the frog voice, you understand, you can go back to the video to check the first voice versus this one now. You're going to see that this is this is far, far, far more better, and in fact, better version compared to that frog voice that you heard from the beginning. Okay, so this is where we are going to cut day 10. So from day 11, we're going to be applying signal processors on this voice. We're going to process this vocal with signal processors. And when we are done, which is day 11, day 12, we're going to mix the voice together That is another voice together with our trap beats. Remember, we made one trap beat, trap, drill beats, kind of beat on day 9. So by day 12, we're going to mix a voice together with the beat.